Hello everyone, I'm RickB5,
And I'm Sandman99.
and we're back with Madden NFL 2005 Crusaders franchise, Week 7.
Yes, and we're just coming off of a big Week 6 blowout over the Cupcake Jacksonville Leopards,
Yep.
in which we gave an entire second half over to our second string players because we were so far ahead at halftime that we didn't want to risk injuring a starter.
And they did a good job.
Yep. Well, against the Leopards, anybody could. I think my grandma could probably rack up 100 yards rushing against these guys, and she's dead.
God.
Anyway,
We got a comment about showing off some of the things like player morale and franchise management and things like that. And so we figured we were going to get into that before we start here today.
Yeah, just a brief explanation, because some of these things can affect how your team plays. And with a cupcake team in year one, these things are not nearly as much of a factor. But even in a franchise mode like this, in year 2, year 3, and beyond, you'll start to get things like players developing egos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, everybody's a cupcake player. They're just happy to be here.
Yeah,
right?
We've got like 4 players who are over 80 at all.
Yeah, like our top 4 players by overall ability score are Marshall at 82, Kramer at 81, Bo Jenkins at 81, and Ben French at 80.
And then both of our cornerbacks are the next 2 best.
Yeah. So we don't have any really, really good players on the team. Like no superstar level players, that's for sure.
Yep.
And so when you look at them, even if you hit player management, say on Marshall here, well, his morale is like 100%, and he says he's perfectly fine, right?
And that's because he starts every game.
Yeah, he starts every game, and also he's a cupcake player who's just glad to have a job because he might not be a starter on most other teams in the league, right?
Yeah.
And like the same with Kramer here, right? His morale is at 100%. He's a very happy guy.
And it's because he's a trash player.
Yeah, well, he's not a terrible player. I'd say he's an average player for the league.
Well, and
right?
if you scroll down a little bit and you go down to, like, say, our starting linebackers, right?
Yeah,
like,
I haven't even gotten to one yet. There's Travis Wade. He's our best linebacker if you look at the overall rating.
And he's a captain.
Yeah, he's a team captain. So we'll get into that in a moment as well. But he loves this team, right? Because he's a crap player and he knows it, but he's a starter and a team captain on the Cupcake Crusaders.
Because compared to the other 75% of the roster, he's better than them.
Yeah, like we have to go quite a ways down the roster here before we find the next linebacker, right?
And that's the starting middle linebacker.
And that's the starting middle linebacker at an overall rating of 57. And of course, he's deliriously happy that he gets to play, and he's a happy guy. He's got 21 tackles in the first 5 games.
Yep.
And then of course we get down to the backup quarterback Robert Krause here.
And there's so much space between him and Jenkins that he's just happy to be on the team too.
Yeah, he's happy to be on the team. He's happy to have a job and get paid for sitting on the bench.
And so there are no morale problems basically in season 1 unless you were to like sit all of your starting players and start all of your backups.
Yeah, which is something that we're not going to do because we already have enough of a challenge. But we're going to look at one other thing, and that is player importance to the team. And of course, obviously, our best 4 players,
are the most important.
Are the most important players to the team.
Although not necessarily in order of overall rating.
Yeah, that's true. I think the position they play and that kind of thing has something to do with it too, right?
Yep.
And anyway, generally speaking, if we had been paying attention at the beginning of this season, we probably would have made Ben French a team captain, right? Because I would imagine that if you were going to gain some sort of benefit from the player importance rating and the captaincy, then you would probably want to give your more important players the team captain tags, right? However, none of our top 4 important players have a team captain designation. So,
yeah, I think we've got Wade, and then we've got like 2 offensive linemen.
Yeah, and not even the best offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, the AI basically randomly chose those for us because we weren't paying attention, and we didn't choose them ourselves. So anyway, we'll also look at things like not in rosters anymore, but in the owner's box. And of course, in the owner's box, you can look at things like how much money you have to spend, and how your attendance is doing, your current record. You can set prices for various things, like tickets or concessions or merchandise or parking. And of course, we don't really adjust those unless like there's an indicator saying that the price is a little bit higher or a little bit low, right?
Yep.
There's also advertising, and so far we have spent $0 on advertising.
But you can benefit from doing a little bit of this.
Yeah, like if we were to spend a little bit on advertising here, and you could also have a fan appreciation day where you could spend some money to give away, I don't know, like Team Puffy Hands or something, right? Free golf passes. I don't know, what do you think? Team Puffy Hands?
Free golf passes.
Oh, you want to give away free golf passes?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give away free golf passes. There. So we'll have a fan appreciation day, and supposedly what a fan appreciation day does is it gives your home attendance a boost at your next game, right? Next home game. And of course, we can look at the advisors, and the advisors will tell us that we could increase ticket prices if we needed to. I don't think we really need to. And it tells us how we're doing with our stadium maintenance and parking, and whether the fans are happy with the food prices and all that kind of stuff.
And
right?
Because all of our players are so ridiculously bad, they actually didn't even comment on us getting new players yet. Once our players get better, they'll be like, you need to get better linebackers, or you need to get like better this or better that, right?
Yeah, and that's actually a kind of a running gag between us, because in many franchise modes that we play, the advisors are always bugging us about the linebackers that we have, because for some reason linebackers tend to be neglected on our team.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, the thing about it is I basically draft defensive ends for linebacker, and so because they're defensive ends, they don't tend to have the highest ratings as linebackers, but they have the physical characteristics I want personally for a player at that position.
Yeah, basically you want a 280-pound monster playing outside linebacker, right?
That's right. And as long as he can play a flat zone, he's good.
Yeah. Anyway, there's lots of other things you can look at here. These are mainly just passive graphs, so you can look at how well your fans support you, what your attendance at your games are like. These things are all basically based on like expectations. In season 1, we don't have very high expectations. These things are all basically based on how many games you win, to tell you the truth.
Yep.
So anyway, and then of course you got the custom built stadium and a little bit of information on your home city.
Yeah, right? I guess if you had a really old stadium, you could renovate it, but ours is considered state of the art right now. So
yeah, because it's a custom built stadium that was just built. But anyway, this is another thing you can look at, is to compare how your franchise stacks up against the average of the league. And so, as you can see, we have the lowest team salary in the league, and our cap room is actually larger than our team's salary. And we are severely below average in pretty well at every position except quarterback, which we are only slightly below average at. So, and then of course it lists your best 3 players, or highest paid players, I guess. So anyway, a lot of these things, like I said before, don't really become much of a factor unless you get into season 2, season 3, and so on. And I know we never really showcased much of this stuff before, but I know with the lifers, we did have a couple of holdouts. Yeah, after season 2, when we won our first Super Bowl. And then suddenly we had a couple of players hold out because they wanted more money and that kind of thing, right? And so then morale can become a factor.
Nobody likes a cupcake player salary.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and we got these players locked into lowball salaries, and if they improve to become decent players, well, they're going to be pretty badly underpaid as far as the league average goes, right?
Yeah, then they'll be unhappy about it.
Yeah. So anyway, what I usually do with players that hold out, if they're good players, is I just negotiate a new salary with them and pay them, because when you've got more cap room than the total amount of salary you're paying anyway, it's not like you need to be stingy, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on now and play week 7. And by the way, Bubba Coleman got the NFL Offensive Player of the Week.
Nice.
With his 4 catches for 233 yards and 3 touchdowns, right?
Wow.
But anyway, this week we're up against the Atlanta male barnyard poultry type birds.
Cox.
And they are a strong D team, so going to be a bit of a challenge for me this week after a rather easy week last week. So we'll have to see how things go. I don't think we'll be subbing any second string players in this week. Because these guys actually have a history of being a fairly tough team against us too. I think they beat us once or twice in the Lifers franchise, if I remember right.
They beat us season 1, game 1.
Yeah, and that woke us up, and then we won 15 games in a row after that, right? But anyway, I think these guys are probably going to have the similar kind of offensive philosophy to the last strong D team that we played, because these guys tend to have good running backs and weak wide receivers and an average at best quarterback.
Yeah, they have a fantastic running back named Mike Penn on this team.
Yeah, and they also usually will have a pretty, average offensive line. So if the running back is able to do stuff on his own, then they'll do well. But mainly they rely on their stout defense, right? Here we go.
Great matchup of two teams, a great atmosphere. It's time for football. We're nearing the midpoint of the season, and it's been a great year so far. Looks like that trend will continue today.
And it's a home game.
Hoping to gain momentum.
And look at that, we're sold out. Look at all the red and white there.
Everyone, it's almost time for the kickoff.
The whole bowl's full. There's even the corner seats are taken up.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's what all that advertising and fan appreciation is for. Everybody's like, yeah, I'd love to go golfing, so let's just go to this football game.
Yeah. Well, the 5-0 start probably doesn't hurt either, right?
Yeah. It's like the Arizona Cardinals all over again.
Yeah.
Front 7 and are extremely tough up the middle. That being said, they know their pass defense has to get better, so they've taken steps to improve in that department and have used a more frequent rotation of defensive backs.
Oh, I guess they're going to be bringing out more multiple defensive back sets. At least if you believe that.
I don't know. I think that's mostly just chatter and nonsense. They put a 4-3 out against a 3 wide receiver set, just like everybody else. Okay, well, I'm going to decide to defend this end.
Much anticipated game, ready.
Okay, these guys might be pretty tough, so I think I'm going to go with the more cautious, audible approach against these guys.
Yeah, they basically have an all Madden defense.
Pretty much, yeah.
but an average or slightly below average offense.
And I guess if they shut down my short passing game from the audibles, then I'll have to switch to something else. But I'm going to start off being careful. Yeah, they don't have any speed at tight end. So.
Well, that's good, because our linebackers can cover their tight ends.
Yeah.
But they do have this guy.
Yeah.
Which means that we're going to be giving up a lot of short passes over the middle, because in order to cover this guy, I'm going to have to back the coverage off every single play.
Yeah, because he has enough speed to run away from everybody.
That's right. Nobody else is a big threat, but him? They could do him. They could probably get away with Burt on a play action. I think Gooden is faster than Burt at like 88 speed, maybe?
Yeah.
But, you know, if Gooden bites on another play action like he did again.
Yeah, and takes a couple or 3 steps in toward the line of scrimmage and lets that guy run by him, then...
That's right. So, it's going to be a little bit difficult in that sense, unfortunately.
Well, you just have to be careful, I guess. So long as you don't let anybody get behind you and you force them to play your game, then I think the score will be fairly low. And hopefully we'll be able to come out on top on this one.
And we go back to the game.
And we're kicking it away to start the game.
The home team.
Look at this, we're 5-0 and we're in 3rd place.
Oh my god. Our division is tough.
Our division is pretty tough by the looks of it, yeah.
From the 7-yard line. Stiff arm.
Whoa, look at that. I had to try twice to get him there.
The visiting team will start the drive from the 29-yard line. First and 10. Receives the handoff. French records the stop.
Well, there goes Ben French.
Yep.
As important as ever.
Well, you know what? With the halfback they have, I would expect to see that kind of thing go on quite a bit in this game, too. This is going to be a very similar game to the Baltimore game, I think.
2nd and 4 coming up here. The corners are giving a bit of a cushion. Hand it off. He shakes in the...
Well, look at that. He just about ran right over the strong safety.
Uh-oh. That's corner number 4.
And that's worse.
That means Jermaine's going to be out there, and he's trash.
Well, hopefully he won't be out long then.
Offensively, a couple of turnovers, and this could turn into a rout.
High-powered offense.
See that, though? He ran into the strong safety, and basically he stood him up, right?
Well, they got 3 running backs out here.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to shift away from their tight end side during that.
No. No, like I said, I expect that you're going to see a lot of run from these guys. And it's going to be hard to stop them, too. Especially because of that wide receiver threat, right? It's going to create room for them. Oh, wow, that could have been an interception if that guy had been a little more awake.
Well, he'll be a little more awake at the end of the season here.
Because he was the only player within 10 yards of where that pass went.
Giving you the ability to double cover an opponent's best receiver.
And this is the 5th play.
Well, he's out for the game, I guess, so...
Well, they've taken him back to the locker room to determine exactly how serious the injury is. But right now, Al, his return...
No, they're running on 3rd and long from the shotgun, eh?
I can't say that would be advisable. That's that sandbag AI.
Well, I don't know, though. I mean, they do it to try and catch you by surprise, right? And occasionally it does work, and when it works, they get a good gain out of it. When it doesn't work, this happens.
Here's the kick. And he waves for the fair catch.
All right, we're going to start at the 20-yard line. Okay, well.
1st and 10.
Oh, Well, they're going to start off playing me tough right away.
He's changing the play.
This kind of alignment is very hard to run against, right?
This one is handed off.
You'll just Parkman it through their defense.
Well, that's why I took the I'll just charge straight ahead approach against it, because against that type of defensive alignment, that's about the only kind of run play that really works, right?
Well, that's one of the things Madden gives advice on in this game in his commentary, right? To just run it right at them.
Yep, pretty much. Okay, well, looks like it's going to be pressure coming too by the looks of it.
Dropping back. Gets rid of it.
Or not.
And he makes the grab.
Yeah, they dropped everybody off.
At the 30-yard
Right.
line. Not much to go after that completion.
Thing is, they actually can play a deep zone from the line of scrimmage with some of these players they've got.
Yeah, and get away with it. Wow, look at this. They're crowding everybody up there again.
Now they've audibled into something unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Under pressure.
Oh, well. He was open, but...
Fourth down now after the incomplete pass.
well, I guess we're punting. That's the thing, right? As soon as I saw that guy come, I figured I'd try and lob it in there to Parkman and hope that he could catch it, right?
Yep. He hadn't even finished running that route yet. He's so damn slow.
Yeah, well, that's probably why he didn't catch it, but I had to get rid of it because that guy was coming and he was going to get me, right?
From the 22.
But Wayne can at least tackle.
Good return there.
Yep.
That could have been a real big one.
Hey, he showed some good vision there. You have to see the entire
So
field
far,
in
this
an
game has
instant.
started off
Just
pretty
take
much the
off
way I
towards the
expected
open
it
field.
would, though.
Got him a nice return for their team.
1st and 10. The corners are giving a bit of a cushion. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Drops back.
Oh, gets the
What a
sack.
collision.
Wow.
He just blanketed the receivers downfield.
And you know what? He's got a lot of sacks. That guy has been a monster so far. That's like his 12th sack. I was looking at some player stats before the game. And he's got 12, and then I think the next guy on the team has 2.
Kansas City going to a prevent defense here as they back up the safeties and corners. The visiting team line up in the bunch formation. Gets rid of it. Just couldn't get
Oh,
that
that's a
pass
break.
under control. And he drops an easy one.
Yeah, well, because we've got our weak coverage guy out there. He's only got 69 speed.
Yeah. But now you can play the big cushion and make him throw short and then just tackle him, right?
Yep.
Kansas City puts its secondary in better position to stop the pass. Only one man in the backfield. Closing in.
Oh, look at that. You got a sack from the right side. Travis Wade.
Yep.
You have to go through your progression and get rid of the ball. Give your receivers a chance
They
to
sent
make
that
the
guy
play.
out into the pattern. That was their problem.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, he didn't have his personal protector back there, eh?
Unable to get anything going.
Well, maybe you managed to gain us some field position here.
Gain us field position on defense.
Hey, sometimes you have to play those kinds of games, right?
From the 30. Missed tackle. Can't pull him down.
Yeah, you did. You gained us almost 20 yards of field position there. Good job.
It's 1st and 10.
Look at this. They're crowding the line on every play.
Looks like he's changing the play. Clark goes in motion. Dropping back. Gets the pass.
Oh, wow.
That was very overthrown.
that was in the dirt. Like,
He
wowee.
just threw that pass too hard. The receiver might have caught up with the ball.
Well, I saw
Used a
some
little
pass
more
rush
touch.
coming from the other side out of the corner of my eye, so I was trying to roll away from that and throw the ball at the same time, right?
Yep.
He sees something.
And
in the pass.
that didn't really work out too well for me.
This one is handed off.
That's okay. Parkman will get you the
44
yards.
yard line.
Well, he'll get me half of what I need there anyway.
It's amazing how good he is at picking up yardage just because of his size.
Yep. Well, he just jams his way through there, right?
Nickelback in this time. Looking for a receiver. It's
there, see that?
Yeah, he's running underneath.
A little wheel route underneath the slant, right? That actually worked pretty well.
Yeah, I guess if they're playing his own defense, the slant will draw the guy into the middle, right?
Yeah, well, they had the corner playing a deep zone there, but they didn't have a flat zone defender out there, right?
Throwing on first down.
He juggled it, but he caught it.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a fair amount of this kind of thing, I think, right? You know, where we're going to probably struggle to make yardage, and we'll end up throwing a lot of real short, quick passes like that, right?
Yep.
Here, I'm just going to try not to lose any yards.
Number 86. Smith brings him down at the 31-yard line. Gain of 2.
Because they came out with that offset look again, you know, with the line shifted one way and the linebackers the other.
Yep.
And that makes it difficult to run against them. And they're good enough that even though they've got the line shifted here and there's just the linebackers neutral, if I get some blocking, I'll make a couple yards. But if they're, you know, it's still going to be a tough go because their players are so good, right?
I was going to say maybe you should have just dived it right at them again.
Yeah, maybe I should have. That's going to be like a 49-yard field goal try if we try this field goal, eh?
He drags the ball carrier down for a loss.
I think I can kick it that far.
Woodson lines up for the field goal to try to put them on the board for the first time in the game.
Ooh,
Not like that.
No, I'm going to miss because I hit it a little too soon. So I'm going to miss to the right. I had enough probably distance. Well, maybe I might have been a little short too.
I think at that distance you'd have to get like 100% power.
Yeah. Oh well, I tried. There, I lost that field position that you gained for us now. It's too bad the blocking didn't hold up on that last run play, because on 3rd and 2, when they do that, they move the line out of the way. It's not unreasonable to expect to be able to pick up a couple of yards, right?
And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
He just exploded towards the marker that time. That was a big-time run.
But I guess next time I'll audible to a pass.
1st and 10. The corners are giving a bit of a cushion. The visiting team come out in the bunch formation. Gets the pass off. Goes down. He makes the catch. Edwards with the stop at the 39-yard line. A rainbow pass.
That's what you
rainbow pass.
Like you want to put the ball up there where the receiver can run underneath it and make the catch without breaking a stride.
Okay. It was a rainbow pass.
Whatever the hell that means.
Yeah. I've never heard him say that before, actually.
Yeah, neither have I.
Throws it.
Oh, too bad it was Ben French out there.
Yeah.
Can get a little excited out there at times. Maybe that's what caused him to rush.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you pass on 2nd and inches. You should be running the ball up the middle. That's what I would do. Even if I only get a yard, I get a 1st down, and then I get to run some more time off the clock and keep possession of the ball, right?
Yep.
The defense just dropped the safeties and corners into deeper coverage. Hard to explain this one.
Because they're throwing a deep
pass. Yeah.
At every pass, there's a
Thomas did a good job covering there.
Yeah, he did. He got his hand in there and knocked it down.
Especially because the guy...
they're going to go on 4th down now.
Oh, my God.
With a 3-wide receiver set. So what do you think? Are they going to pass or are they going to run?
Oh, they're probably going to pass. This is Madden after all.
Yeah.
Can't figure this one out, but they just backed up their corners and safeties, even though they'll probably see a run here. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Oh, he ran
he
through
had
it. You
him.
had him too. Yeah, you had him stopped, but he ran through the tackle.
Well, that's just because Mike Penn is a really good running back, okay?
He looked like
Yeah.
he was gonna
Like, some
take
of
a
these
walk.
things, you're just going to have to accept that Mike Penn is a solid guy out there.
First and 10.
Yeah, it's too bad. You had him. You had the stop there. That would have been a turnover on downs if that guy had made the tackle.
Only one man in the backfield. Again with the carry.
Oh,
Stiff arm. The defender goes down.
Yeah.
Jones.
And then he runs through a bunch of tackles again.
He's heading
Right?
to the sideline trying to catch his breath.
He's tired. They ran him till he was tired.
well, that's okay.
I know. I think the next guy is just about as bad though. They got 4 wide receivers out there now though.
And this is the 7th play of this drive. Inside enemy territory.
And it's some kind of weird bunch formation.
Yeah.
Got receivers
It's
bunched
single back
on
tight.
Both sides of the ball. Number 34. French makes the tackle.
Actually, he's a speedier guy
Yard line.
than Mike
Number
Penn.
34
Yeah.
picks up the first on that carry.
You know, people say you got to run the ball, you got to control the clock, but the key thing is you have to run the ball.
You know what? Got to be able to change things up here.
Back to the game. And this is the 8th play of this drive. They're inside the 20. Number 83 comes in motion.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, that's okay. Our linebacker got him. Or was that Danny Jones again?
That's Danny Jones making the tackle out there.
Yeah, so this guy lays out linebackers and defensive ends, but he can't break Danny Jones.
Yeah, can't run through Danny Jones.
And this is the 9th play of this drive. Down inside the 15. Penn, the lone back. Sapp moves in motion.
Oh! I just couldn't get over there fast enough.
Yep, it was a running attempt though. Yeah.
Yeah, you talk about your
Well, I'm going to have to get the offense going here. We can't play it. This can't go on. They got that full house thing going on there again.
So it's first and goal. He gets the carry.
Well, there, you got a guy managed to come and cut him off.
Pickup of about 2. They're just a yard away now.
Yeah, I don't think these guys are going to screw around. I think they're just going to run it at you and try and punch it in like that. Oh, look at this quarterback running with it.
I even managed to get a hold of him before the goal line, but he fell over.
A few yards that he needed to get into the end zone.
Well, it was bound to happen. Play action quarterback run too, eh?
God. Well, these guys are the Falcons, right?
Yeah, they'll have a few of those kinds of plays in there, but I don't think even if you had a spy, I don't think you'd have been able to stop them from getting a yard there anyway.
They'll get set for the
Really, the only thing that would have stopped that play is if you'd have gotten lucky and got someone penetrating into the backfield quickly.
Yeah, or if you'd had a corner blitz.
Yeah.
The visiting team are set to kick it deep. Good distance. From the 7-yard line to the 20. The home team will start
Well, that's
this
okay.
From the 28-yard line. It's first and 10. Changing the play now. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Yellow, 16.
Going to the air on first down. Gets rid of it. Right to him. And he just got level.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
Calling an audible now. Jenkins with a man in motion. Dropping back with the throw, and this pass is complete.
I think Golston just might be catching a lot of passes in this game.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to turn out that way.
Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
Oh, well, we'll let the first quarter run out, I guess.
After 1 quarter of play,
See, though, that what they're doing now is they're pulling that corner in, and they weren't doing that earlier, right?
Yep.
So if they keep doing that, then I'll be able to make some yardage against them.
They give it to the halfback. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got hit so hard he darn near had to take a taxi back to the stadium.
Well, that was somewhat limited success, but
They're going to keep running to see what the other team is willing to give them on the ground out there.
Yeah, I think you are going to have to go to the air against these guys quite a lot. At least until we establish a lead of some kind.
yeah, if we establish a lead.
Directing traffic. Drops back. Gets rid of it.
Like I said, these guys, their best bet to be competitive in this game is to continue to play the way they have, right?
That was a good
You know,
read.
run the
He was
ball
looking for the
lots,
deeper guy who
and
was and he made a quick decision to go to the receiver who would get him close to a first down.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Dropping back with the throw. He finds his man. He'll feel that one tomorrow.
Yeah, with how hard he just got hit, he's lucky to be able to hold on to the ball.
yeah, I think definitely the audibles I'm running are going to be the way. Look at that, they have 71 yards rushing and 0 yards passing so far. That's quite something, isn't it?
I would throw the flat pass here.
Well, it's too late to change my mind now.
Hands it off to the fullback. He'll feel that one tomorrow.
Oh, that's a face mask.
How hard
Yeah.
he just got hit, he's lucky to be able to hold on to the ball.
You got to mix the play calling up a little bit too, otherwise, you know, if you do the same thing over and over too much, then
I don't know.
that won't work
Me
eventually
personally,
either.
And end up with a
if they
half of a
pull that
faceoff.
corner in, I'd exploit that all day long until they, because there'll be a time in this game where they stop doing
Calling
that.
an audible.
Right?
Jenkins with a man in motion.
They've decided to go with this kind of thing for this drive, but who's to say that they're going to go with it for the next drive? Because they came out playing zone defenses against you.
Throws it.
How the hell did you throw that against this
He's
team?
a veteran receiver. He
They
knows
left
how to
him
get
open,
in the end zone.
right? See, you'll notice they've got 2 guys down there covering Golston.
Yeah, who the hell doesn't
Right.
cover the number 1
Yeah.
wide receiver?
Just watch this. I'm not sure what kind of coverage this is, but it looks like they had a flat zone, and the safety
linebacker.
is playing some sort of a short zone, right?
Yep.
And
It's Robber.
yeah, and I'm not sure who's covering Mills, but it's one-on-one coverage, right?
Yeah, I think it's a
do have
linebacker.
no, they do have a defensive back there. He's number 31, and I'm not sure who that is. But because they've got 2 players covering short, well, I'm not going to try and cover this. Plus, he got mugged trying to come off the line there, right?
Yep.
But when I looked down further down the field, well, he was wide open, so I had to throw it to him.
So I wonder if they shaded their zones one way or the other.
I don't know. It's hard to say, but I saw single coverage out there and some room, so I threw it.
Well, that evens things up.
Yeah.
Woodson comes in for the extra point. The kick is up. The extra point attempt is good. The home team have tied the game. Just what they were looking for, John. Good play calling there. Key drive, touchdown.
The thing that most impressed me about that last drive was the offensive line. They did a good job controlling the line of scrimmage, keeping their quarterback healthy. and on
Oh,
his
boy.
feet. A strong offensive
Oh,
line.
well,
is the
I
first
guess it's going right down the middle.
component to an effective offense.
from the 8-yard line
Oh.
to the 10. And last drive resulting in a touchdown, mainly because of their running game. Let's see if that's their.
With this, they're going to play that 3 running back stuff against you some more here. I would treat it just like a 2 wide receiver set, to tell you the truth. Because that, you know, like one of those running backs, well, they'll probably try to throw to one of them anyways if they do throw a pass out of this, eh?
The corners playing off a bit. They give it to the
Oh, he ran through you that time.
He's just so strong.
Yeah, he is. He ran right through you there.
Let's see if it continues.
You made the play, you just couldn't finish it.
They need about 3.
There's that single back tight
The
again.
visiting team come out with the receivers bunched on both sides. Dropping back. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. This pass is incomplete. Marshall somehow got that pass over.
Yeah, and that's something the defensive coordinator mentioned in practice this week. Making the quarterback throw the ball before he's ready to throw it.
Looks like single back big or some variant of it.
Yeah, they love their single back big, this team.
Yeah.
Third down is when you want your players to dig
I don't
deep
know.
and make a
I'm
clutch
sitting
play.
on the fence here. I know that AIs tend to pass a lot in this situation, but these guys
went
are
the wrong way.
These guys are so good at running that it doesn't surprise me to see them run the ball here, eh?
Has shown why he's such a threat.
Well, we'll see.
The only way you're going to get them off this merry-go-round is if you manage to stop them for a short gain or a loss on first down, and then they'll maybe switch to a pass, right?
Hand off to the tailback.
Or they'll try play action, and Cedric Perry will come in there and sack him again, eh?
Yeah, I think I actually ended up getting unblocked there.
Yeah.
And then I ended up hitting the running back, and so there was nobody for Cedric Perry to go hit, so...
The corners playing back. They line up in the I formation. Number 86 comes in motion. Gets the
I'll just play that position myself. I kind of ended up on the wrong guy.
Well, you got a stop opportunity here now.
I got extremely lucky there.
Yep. Well, you know what? Just keep heading down the field, and sometimes you'll get lucky and something good will happen.
Backs its secondary off the line to be in better position to defend the deep pass. Pressure with the pass. This pass is incomplete.
Now that time number 54 had a shot at it too.
Yeah.
Get that pass under control.
Oh well, good job. You managed to get the stop.
I think this will be their second punt this game.
Yep.
Barker is back to punt. Here's the kick.
Although that second down stop was total luck.
And he chooses not to return the ball.
Yeah, maybe, but you got to take the good with the bad, right?
I probably could have returned that, and I probably should have.
First and 10 here.
I don't know. I don't think it matters that much. The extra 5 yards you might have gotten, I don't think really matters in the big scheme of things.
Well, it makes it easier for you to punt after you fail to convert third down.
Dropping back to pass on first down with the throw, and the catch is made. Diving tackle at the 40-yard line. They'll move the sticks for that completion.
I'll tell you, he put that one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
There, see that? Offset again, right?
Yeah, the best thing here is just to run it right at them.
Yeah.
Number 47.
Oh, yeah, follow your guard. I can't believe that he ended up without anybody.
Well, you know what? I just try and look for daylight on that particular play, and I can either angle slightly left or slightly right.
But there are a lot of things that go into a successful running game. You got to have good play calling, good blocking up front, and a back that can.
I don't know, I think you're expecting a bit much of Mills for that.
Probably, yeah.
I'd just dive it here. Oh, well, never mind. It wasn't Mills who ended up picking him up anyways. Look at this Parkman run.
He bounced off of a tackler and then turned and headed up the field anyway, eh?
Yeah.
He just goes
Whoops.
right at the defense to move those chains.
It's first and 10.
You ask Madden what to do, and Madden's like, throw a play-action pass.
Yeah, it's like, no, we're not doing that, okay? Now, see, in this case, I'll run straight at him, right?
I don't think you'll have much success here because of the way that those linebackers are positioned in those gaps.
No, probably not. But I'll just push straight ahead and get a couple.
Yeah, you'll park him in the head, right?
Yep.
This is a tough physical team that likes to run the ball in just about any situation. When you can run the ball consistently, it really wears down the interior line. It helps to slow down those pass rushers.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Hey, it's Madden 05, but every wide receiver on the team is as slow as Parkman. Think you could win games like that?
Oh, he dropped it. Right, he was open there. I could have gotten him.
He's got to do a better job of reading the defense and going through his progression. He can't lock in on one guy and try and force it to him. He has to know that other guys in the offense can make plays out there too.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package.
I wonder if they're going to be blitzing that guy.
Or they're playing that weird cover 2 again, right? No.
Throwing.
Oh, he dropped it.
And that pass is dropped.
It hit him right in the hands.
Yep.
You were right. They blitzed him, right? That's why they changed sides.
Quarterback a good target. He just couldn't get it under control.
But that's terrible, right? Mills is supposed to be like the best wide receiver on the team.
Will be his second punt of the game.
Well, if you punt intelligently here, we could gain field position anyways.
Ooh, that almost hit him.
Oh,
they got a holding penalty. There, now they're going to start from their 7.
It's 1st and 10. Going to the air on 1st down. Passing to the left.
Ooh, boy. That could have been an interception there.
yep. If only he could catch.
Yep. If only he could catch.
He's been working on his hand exercises in between games, right?
Uh-huh. Well, I think you can probably look for pass now.
Marshall with a man in motion. Gets the pass off, and he lets it slip out of his grasp.
Unfortunately, I think my pass rushing linebacker got pancaked by one of their running backs there.
That's okay. They couldn't complete the pass at the sideline anyway.
To do with it after you make the catch. You got to make the catch first, and then you think about the other stuff later.
Like I said, their defense is pretty stout, and they have a really good running game, but their receivers are not the best quality guys in the league, right?
Marshall out of the gun. Gets rid of it.
Oh!
What is this? I even backed everybody up.
Yeah. That's their one wide receiver that's got the speed, right?
He tossed the ball to the receiver for the...
I don't know. I even had the safeties backed up so that they're yards off the line. That's a poor angle of pursuit there.
Yeah.
And I took control of them. I couldn't fix it either.
No. Well, unfortunately, that looked like one of those hook out things, right?
Actually, I think that's just a flat out.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I would look for that again. Like, they would definitely try that again.
I don't know. When you got 3 deep zones and you back everybody off, though, there's really not much you can do about that.
Yeah, but the one thing, though, that might prevent that from turning into a big gain, and then the next time they line up in that formation, is don't man lock. Keep those corners out wide, right?
No, because they were already out wide on that play. Because that player was out wide, right?
Well,
I
guess
you have to man lock, or else your cupcake players will not keep up with the guys that they are covering.
To the 20.
Of course, if they play their position poorly, they won't keep up anyways.
Well, I
but
guess
you have to assume that they're going to play their position well, right? Because when you got like 10 yards of padding on the guy, you should be able to cover a guy.
Changing the play now.
That was just total bad coverage on both the strong safety and the corner. Maybe after this, I'll actually sub out the strong safety. I'm not happy with how he played that.
Yeah, it might be time to give him the boot again, right? Like
That's
you did
right,
that other game.
It's time to sit his ass down on the bench again.
And he always knows what's going on.
What the hell happened there?
Somebody on your left side line jumped.
Oh. Of course. See, we've just given up a score, so now we're going to have to overcome some more adversity in order to come back, right?
Yep.
It's just pre-programmed in.
The deep curl of Parkman.
Steps up, slings it over the middle, and it's caught.
No, about all I can do is try and get some of it back, right? And then hope and pray that somebody can catch a pass here, right?
And they don't miss tackle.
Third down and long coming up here. And here's a look at each team's success on third down so far.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Dropping back. Gets rid of it.
Oh, wow.
He makes a great play by breaking the...
Well, that was stopped by penalty there.
It looked like he
Right.
fired the ball out there before he wanted to.
Because I wouldn't have been in that position to begin with if it hadn't been for that.
Here's the punt. From the 26-yard line. He picks up a few yards. And we go back to the game. So they have first and 10 here. The corners playing back. Throwing on first down. Goes over the middle. He finds his man. French makes the tackle at the 43-yard line. Excellent gain on first down.
These guys are just out there playing a little pitch and catch. They make it look easy.
The backs are lined up in an eye. Hand off to the tailback.
Just too late.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Yeah. Line.
He went right between two players, right?
Most of the time when you see runs like that, there's some kind of mix-up in the defense. Sometimes it's your offensive line just doing a great job of blocking. I think that play was a little bit of both.
It's first and 10. The visiting team line up in the bunch formation. With the throw, breaks away.
Missed tackle.
Yep. We've had a lot of missed tackles here.
Jones cleaning it up afterwards.
Makes the catch for a short gain, maybe 3 yards.
So now they're coming out and they're passing a little bit more.
Penn lines up behind his fullback in the eye. They'll go with a run once again.
Broke another tackle.
Records the tackle at the 28-yard line. Penn has gained
I don't know. We just can't seem to tackle that guy.
Second of the drive.
Well, they're taking advantage of him too, though, right? Like they're actually using they're using their strengths.
They give it to the halfback.
Oh, you got him that time.
Yep.
At the 26-yard line.
You know, that's where a lot of the AI teams run into trouble against us, is that they have, you know, like a strong running back or something, but they don't make use of them. But these guys, they definitely make use of them.
Marshall from the shotgun. Looking for an option. Throws it. And it's caught. Good read, finding the single coverage in the secondary. 1st and 10.
Look at that. He's 5 of 14. That's just disgusting.
10, the lone setback. Marshall with a man in motion.
Yeah.
Oh, you're chasing him, but you can't get there. Right? Yeah.
So they get in on the ground.
Yep, great
Well,
block
now
on
we're
that
in
one.
trouble.
Gave him a big hole to charge right into the end zone.
I don't know. There's nothing I can do. I'm physically not fast enough to run him down in the backfield.
Yeah. Yeah, and your secondary there didn't play that very well either. They didn't close in on him very quickly.
And it's up. And the extra point is good. That's 14 unanswered points.
These guys are really starting to get the momentum going in their favor.
Good kick, should be returnable. From the 9 to the 20. Let's see if this
Well, I got you good return position at least.
Yep.
possession ended in a punt.
I need them to stop playing that, zone defense crap, right?
Number 47, the motion man. They'll pass on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Turns. He has it. Number 21 makes the stop at the 49-yard line. That'll move the chains, John.
Yeah, when you put together
Well,
a
that takes
great
it to
pass
2
with a
minutes.
heck of a catch,
Maybe I can get us
that's
back
what
in
you're
this
gonna
if I
get.
can score before the half and then get the ball back in the second half, eh?
It would certainly be important.
Yep.
Drops back with the throw.
They were blitzing the corner there, eh?
Yep.
Beasley makes the play at the 37. So they get 2 first downs on their last 2 plays.
And they're getting it done by
I'm going to have to slow things down here a little bit.
what the defense gives them.
I wouldn't worry about it. Get to a point where you can actually score first.
Well, we'll run the clock a little bit here.
Oh, you'll run on 1st down though, and then you'll get a drop pass on 2nd and 3rd, I bet.
Looking upfield. He just unloaded on it.
Boom. Now that is what football's all about.
1st down marker just inside the 27.
Green, 58.
Looking for an option. Throws on the run. Big hit there. He was run over by a truck.
Yeah, 2-ton truck pulling a trailer.
Caught the pass but didn't go anywhere.
Nope, they were on him like glue.
Red, 25. Yellow, 74.
Another run.
Oh, come on.
Drops in the backfield.
Well, I'm going because
You're gonna have to.
there's no point in not going.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them offside.
He surveys the field, gets rid of it.
Well, at least he didn't fumble it this time.
23-yard line.
This is just a great play to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive
B.
alive.
Jenkins to M.
They fourth
Jenkins.
down.
Yep.
They got one last shot to do it, and they do it perfectly.
Looks like he's changing the play. Clark, the man in motion. Pass play here on 1st down. He's looking on the move.
There, that time it's far enough outside.
Jenkins.
One of the few times.
Yep.
Well, you're on the 1, so you get 3 attempts at this. Because you got 3 timeouts.
Well, I got 2 now because I just called one.
Number 47 comes in motion. Going to the right.
Wow, I had to break a tackle to lose a yard there.
Jenkins stops the clock with that timeout.
That was very poor blocking over there that time. Yeah, the hell with it. I'm just going to run it right at him and try and get it in that way.
On the ground. Big pop that time.
Boom.
Okay, I got one timeout left. Right.
Yep.
Back to the field. 2 yards to go for the touchdown.
Not going to call it?
Yeah, I'm going to have to call the timeout.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
I think now we need to decide, though. Do we want to kick a field goal here, or do we actually call the timeout and then
Stops the clock
throw
there.
the pass, right?
Well, they're ahead by 2 touchdowns,
2 more
so...
yards and they'll be in the end zone.
Well, with any luck, maybe if we don't succeed at this, we can
The defense really
still kick the
bears
field
down
goal.
on 3rd down.
Under pressure.
Crap.
Can't get away.
I got sacked.
Calls a timeout.
Oh, they
Oh,
just called a timeout.
So I guess you're going to get the field goal.
Well, okay.
First through and gets the sack.
Wow. They got through there so fast I couldn't even throw a pass there.
Especially when the other team least expects it.
That's rough.
The kick is up.
Okay, well, that 3 points is courtesy of our opponents. Because if I'd have been a defense in that position, I would have just celebrated and let the time run out.
Yeah, I really don't know why they called that timeout.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Just greedy AI, I guess.
I guess so.
The visiting team are lined up for the kickoff. Sends it sailing. From the 5-yard line to the 20.
Bounced off my own blocker there because he wouldn't move and haul ass.
5-yard line. So they have 1st and 10 here. They're having no success running on 1st down.
Stuff like a turkey. I mean, less than 2 yards isn't very good.
The 30. Miller pulls it.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah, well, that's a successful run play right off the bat.
Head coach didn't want to get into a shootout, but if the secondary continues to struggle stopping the pass, it could make for a wild second half of play. Now,
Thank you. That was Jill Arrington updating from the sideline.
Although, really, they should have 7 less points than they do.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's the adversity thing, right?
They'll pass on 1st down.
Oh,
He just
fuck.
got that one off.
Oh, come on! Oh,
The 20. The 10.
that was 0 protection, basically. We got 0 protection on
Yeah,
that
he
play.
got through totally untouched.
Everyone's going
Yeah.
one way, and then the ball starts going the other way. The next thing you know, the defense has 6 points.
Jefferson comes in to attempt the point after. And it's on its way. The point after is good. The visiting team.
Wow.
On with another
We're getting
score.
roughed up
the
here.
Visiting team are set to kick it deep. They'll return this one. From the 16-yard line. The 30. The home team need to rebound quickly as they start this drive at the 34-yard line.
That's rough. When you don't even have enough time to run a short curl,
Their 1st down rushing average is
then
very impressive.
Yeah,
your
sometimes a strong
offensive
running
line
game
is
doesn't
playing
always translate
incompetently.
into scoring a lot of points.
Yeah, I'll say.
Throwing on 1st down. Throwing. And he hits his target. Number 21 is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 41. They need about...
But I think now at this point, if I manage to cross midfield, we're playing 4-down football until we get back in this game.
We have to. We're so far behind, we have no choice.
See, now, if that guy comes off the edge again,
Looking for an option.
Oh, he dropped it.
And he can't hang on. Good pass.
Boy.
He just couldn't handle it.
Set. Blue, 16.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Red, 16.
Dropping back with the throw. And it's complete.
Well, Golston will come through for you.
yeah, well, I wonder sometimes, right?
And he's a good option coming out of the backfield. He can do a lot more than just block. He can catch it out of the backfield, carry it, and heck, I've even seen him throw it once or twice.
They've been very good rushing the ball on 1st down, but still trail.
Yeah, they're getting some solid...
I don't know. I don't think we've been very good
rushing.
rushing the ball at all in this game. We had 1 successful run play, and that's it.
Pass on 1st surveys the field, gets rid of it. The 40, the 30. Miller pulls him down at the 23-yard line. Big gain after the completion, John.
He's got the kind of ability to turn just about any catch into a big play.
Set.
Calling an audible now.
Green, 16.
Passing on first down. Throwing. And the catch is made. Rose didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying to...
Well, it's tense out here.
Key series here as they're in the red zone trying to stay in the game. Jenkins with a man in motion. Dropping back. Surveying the field to the end zone.
Oh, he dropped it.
The lob doesn't find its
Oh, God, I hate it when that happens.
And here's what they've been able to
That
do
was a
so
touchdown.
far on
That was a
third down.
touchdown, and he dropped it.
And he was completely uncovered.
Yep, he was wide open. That should have been a touchdown pass.
You keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense resting on the
He dropped that one too.
Holy fuck.
Wow. Drops are killing us, right?
We're going to have to bench his ass and put Solomon in there.
I don't know. I think if he drops one more pass in this game, he's going to go sit down, yeah.
Establish some consistency. When you're the quarterback and your receivers are dropping passes, it should be catching.
He surveys the field, gets rid of it, and this pass is
That easily came through for
Yeah,
him.
well, it's like, you know what? We're playing 4-down football out here because,
Pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
We can't do it in 3.
yeah, we can't do it in
One
3.
last shot to do it, and they do it perfectly.
hand it off.
Well, managed to get some positive yards out of it.
Yeah, good job on the pulling guard there, too.
Yeah.
He just got unloaded on it.
6 yards away from a touchdown.
Oh, look at, they got the goal line defense out there now.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Dropping back. Throwing. He hits his receiver. Mills makes the catch. No more additional yardage, though, so it'll be third down. 1 more yard for the touchdown. He sees something in the defense.
I wish I could move Parkman over there. For some reason, this formation won't allow me to motion him that way, right?
Yep.
Number 47. Couldn't get out of the backfield.
That was just a defensive line getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
Play to the right, looking to run
Well, we're playing 4-down football anyway, so I guess,
Get in behind
It
the
might as well go all the way to the end.
pushing and pushing
yeah.
until they're putting up 6 points on the board.
Oh, I managed to get back that touchdown that I gave up on that fumble. Wow.
And it's up. And the extra point is good. The home team ready to kick this one off. Good distance. From the 6-yard line to the 20. Atlanta already leading in this one, sends their offensive unit back onto the field. Ball on their own 23. They've been solid running the ball on first down, John.
Yeah, when you gain 5 yards or more, it sets you up in good second and third situations.
No, look at that. Ran through the tackle again. Hey?
The tackle at the 33-yard line.
That guy is just a nightmare on 2 feet. Oh, you're benching Mac now?
We need some personnel changes out there because I can't do any more than I'm already doing.
Yeah. Yeah, you miss that tackle, you go sit on the bench, right?
That's right. Oh, I totally got released by that guard there, and I couldn't operate the controls properly.
Well, on second and short, if they decide to run, they're probably going to make it anyway.
They'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
Backing off. They have the lead, and one big reason is because they've done a real good job on the ground on first down.
Not bad. And that success leads to bigger and better things.
Oh, I think our flat zone guy bit.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
Second and short of coming after a good pickup through the air.
Right here is one of those situations where you can pretty much open up the whole playbook. You can go with a play fake and look for something deep, or you can just run the ball. Just about anything is an option.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. The corners playing off a bit. Man picks up just enough. He gets just enough for the first down.
Talk about barely getting enough for the first. I'm still not sure it was enough.
Yeah, those second and short things there. About the only way you're going to get off this merry-go-round is to get some kind of a strong play on first down.
Yeah, in other words, we're not getting off this merry-go-round.
Number 86 goes in motion. Tosses it out to the right.
Okay, well, that was a better result.
So he picks up a couple of yards, and he's exhausted and heading to the sideline. They need to reach the 38-yard line to convert. Number 34, the lone setback. Marshall sends a man in motion. Closing in on the run.
Oh boy!
We needed that, man.
I think maybe he figured out what that pattern was. That was the same one they burned you on earlier, right?
Yeah.
But he covered it a lot better this time.
7th play of this drive.
Too little, too late, though.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
Well, maybe not. I mean, if you can get a stop here.
Pressure coming. Throws it. Great pass. Wade makes the play at the 42. Penn gets stopped short of the marker on that play.
There's still enough time to come back.
Barker will do his best to get this one inside their 5. Here's the kick. He signals for a fair catch.
Boy, I'm glad that went in the end zone.
I don't think I could have returned that if I'd have wanted to.
Yeah, I know. Well, you don't anyway. You don't touch those, ever.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Red 25.
Going to the air on first down. Throwing. And
dropped it.
Lets it slip out of his grasp. The quarterback thought he had that one.
You got to deliver the ball out there quickly, but it has to be catchable.
Gotta hate those drop passes, right?
Yep.
They make it so hard to do anything.
Hart moves in motion. He surveys the field, fires it out to the left.
Well, right on
He
Rhodes.
wasn't about to let the runner juke him.
Yep.
The center of his body and bam, he hit him solidly, just like you're supposed to do in a one-on-one situation.
Set.
Changing the play now. He sees something in the defense. Dropping back to pass on first down. He hits his receiver. Miller takes him down.
That's a pretty good result on that pass.
Caught the pass,
Yep.
but didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, the defense is real good at putting a quick end to completion.
Looks like he's changing the play. Pressure with the throw.
Oh, he dropped it.
He knew that one was a catch if he didn't hit him hard.
Yeah, yard that ball right out of there.
Drop passes. Oh.
Calling an audible now. Looks like he's calling an audible. Throwing. And he hits his target. Jenkins makes the
Well, at least they pulled the corner in there. Help us out a little bit.
Makes his second catch for a first down on this drive. Directing traffic.
Uh-oh.
He surveys the field, steps up into the pocket.
Oh, there. See, I managed to wait until they all dropped off.
Yeah, I saw that. You just didn't want to throw it at Parkman.
I just managed to extend the play long enough.
They didn't even throw it at Park, or they didn't even cover Parkman.
Well, the thing is, though, they had the line shifted to the left there. And in order to just get away from the pass rush, that's why I was moving to my right, eh?
Yep.
With the carry, Beasley records the stop at the 31-yard line.
Well, that was definitely not an optimal result for that alignment, that's for sure.
Will help the offense dictate the pace of the game.
I think it's time for the dive play.
Think so? All right. I don't know.
He tucks it away.
We've had less success on the dive play than usual in this game as well.
Well, I think the main thing, though, is you didn't go straight to it, right? So they called an audible after that.
To hold up against the run, while also giving them the speed to rush the passer when they drop back the pass.
Because it just seems like these wide runs haven't been working out. That linebacker there is just too fast.
Well, I managed to scoot around the right side that time.
He lowers his shoulder and powers his way to the first.
Put his head down and laid somebody out on that run.
First and 10. So at the end of
Well,
the third
unfortunately, we're taking a little bit too much time here.
Well, thing is, though, if I can score twice in the fourth quarter, I think that's more than what could possibly be asked of me, right? And
Well,
there is enough time for me to score twice in the fourth quarter.
Maybe.
Changing the play now. Park moves in motion. Drops back. With the throw, he finds his man. Solid hit. Just crunched him.
And the thing is, when you get hit like that, it's like having a bumblebee in your helmet. You just can't get rid of it.
Good-looking play there as they pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. They're 12 yards away from the end zone.
Well, I'm going to try the run since they have everybody shifted to the other side here.
Tucks it away. Pruitt stops it at the 9-yard line. Gain of 3.
Yeah, it's too bad Pruitt was there because,
Yeah, it was shaping up to look like a pretty good play, right?
yeah, you had daylight.
Yellow, 25.
Oh, just couldn't quite make it.
Got to do everything twice.
Yep.
First set of downs after a nice pickup on the ground.
Hey, nice job up front, holding their block and allowing him to get a good run for a first down.
Going to the right.
Wow, look at that. Why didn't that guy get blocked? Ooh, well, guess it didn't. It's a moot point anyway.
Because your tackle there decided he wanted to go block the corner.
Yeah, he just took off. Like, what is the deal with that? Sometimes the blocking assignments in this game are just stupid, right?
He sees something in the defense. Gets the toss to the left with the carry. So he puts his head down and punches it in for the score.
Yep, he just lowered his shoulders and got the short yardage that they needed.
They'll get set for the extra point. And it's on its way, and the extra point is good. 14 consecutive points, and they're now down by just a touchdown.
This team's always a threat to put up a lot of points. They were having some difficulties earlier, but now they seem to have gotten it together. And the offense is starting to make things happen.
Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 5.
Nice.
So the offense takes over. Still trying to figure out this defense. It's 1st and 10. So goal from the I formation. Tosses it left.
Wow.
Good thing I had everybody wide.
Yeah. Yeah, because he basically just skipped around that guy, right? It was like the defender was standing still and he just ran around him.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Under pressure.
Ooh.
Throws it.
Oh, boy.
With the stop at the 33. Sapp was there to make the catch.
That was so lucky.
He's glad he made that catch.
That went right over a defender too, right?
Yep.
He needs another first down.
Ball on their own 33. Backing off. Looking upfield. Edwards takes him down at the 39.
I'm impressed with their running game. It's a big part of their offense. And they've done a great job taking advantage of blocking up front.
Yeah, it's too bad that fumble is the difference in this game now, right?
Honestly, the long bomb touchdown that shouldn't have happened was pretty bad too. Oh, come on, man. You're sleeping out there.
You want someone there to tell you to watch out because he just got decked.
Right past the short zone defender, right?
In single coverage. So they have 1st and 10
Well,
here.
you got to do something to make their luck run out here.
Hand it off. Number 30 records the stop at the 33. A very well drawn up play.
And it was well executed. They hit their blocks and the back found the right hole to get down the field and pick up a first down.
So goal from the I formation. Number 83, the man in motion. They'll pass on first down. Closing in.
Oh, got a sack on the 4-man rush there.
He's a player who can come in.
I'd go for a pass now.
Because of his pure physical talent.
Have to get to the 23 to convert for the first. Kansas City backs its secondary off the line to be in better position to defend the deep pass.
Ah!
The guy you put in.
It looks like the defender
Oh, well, that wipes out the sack.
Offensive player, and that forces the officials to blow the whistle.
They have to get to the 23 to convert for the first. They've got receivers bunched together on both sides of the ball. Pressure coming, throws it, and he can't hang on. That short pattern results in a drop pass.
I think he was trying to do something with it before he had it. You have to look the pass into your hands and secure it before you start thinking about running it downfield.
The visiting team line up in the bunch formation. Throwing.
Well, he rushed that one in there.
Yeah, well, it's a dollar defense. You can't just rush those in.
Looks like they're punting.
Barker will come in now to punt it away. Here's the punt.
Okay, well, I think that worked out about as well for us as it possibly could have.
Must have been just outside their kicker's range,
I guess.
1st and 10. The defense lines up in the nickel. Changing the play now. Hart, the motion man. Throwing on the
Whoa, look at that.
He had to Superman for it, but
He has a great feel for defending the pass. He always seems to be in great position to make a play in the ball.
well, if he had to dive like that, at least it wasn't an interception risk, right?
No. But it's not. That was a non-typical result for that play, I think, though, right?
Yeah, well, it's largely just because they're excellent players, right?
Dropping back. Throws on the move.
Whoa!
Well, at least he caught it.
It's like he bounced it from one hand to the other, that looked like.
Yeah, I was a little nervous on that one, but...
He's one of those guys who's good at creative. He's good at moving around back there. And then a lot of time he'll give his receiver an extra beat that he needs to get open.
Calling an audible now. Pressure, throws on the roll.
Well, he caught it.
Well, there you go.
At the 36.
Pass was almost short enough to be a handoff. That must have been what it was.
Yeah.
That one right into his hand.
I drove it right in there. It stuck in his face mask. That's what happened.
Yellow, 16.
Changing the play now. Gets the pass off, and he makes the grab. Miller with the tackle at the 41. No trouble making that catch.
That's what these receivers are always looking for. A soft coverage or a hole in the
Wow.
zone where they can break free and wait for the pass to get there.
Blue, 25.
Number 47 goes in motion. Throws it.
Well, that was... You could see that coming, right?
I'm not sure why he dropped that one. The quarterback delivered it right to him.
6th play of this drive.
You could see that coming, right? It was going to happen.
Throwing. And this pass is complete.
I don't think he even has 50 catching.
No, but he was the open receiver, so I pretty much had to throw it to him.
They were trying to figure out if it was a trick since it was 4th and short. They didn't look prepared to defend when that ball was snapped.
Directing traffic. Throwing on 1st down. Under pressure.
Oh, I couldn't. I looked to the right, and then I didn't have time to look to the left, eh?
It's okay.
And he'll make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins sends a man in motion. He's looking on the move.
Dropped it again.
Fails to hang on to that one.
Oh, man.
The receiver just dropped it.
I just can't believe this.
The other day, he didn't miss a ball. Looks like he just took his eye off that.
That's just absolutely horrible.
play of
Yeah,
the
there's
drive.
been a lot of drop passes in this game.
Yeah, I've been a victim of a lot of drop passes in this game.
The visiting team come out in a dime package. Clark goes in motion. Surveying the field. Rolls left. This
Well.
pass is incomplete. He barely got that one off.
Well, I think pretty much have to punt here.
Yeah, you have no choice. You got no chance to make 4th and 16.
But drop passes are killing us now.
Hudson into return.
Well,
Here's the punt.
trying to do something there, but
Trying to determine where it went out of bounds.
we need the defense to score a touchdown and get that defensive touchdown that they scored on us back.
I don't know if that's possible.
Only one.
Generally, I wouldn't focus on my defense scoring, and I don't really design my defense for that.
Perry makes the stop at the 31. Good job plugging up the holes on that play.
That's why they pick up all those old defensive linemen. To do this kind of thing, they don't even look at players in the combine for defensive tackle unless they weigh 300 pounds or more. Because they know if you can't clog up the line of scrimmage, you'll free the linebackers to make those plays.
Pants.
Oh,
At the 31-yard line. So a gain of about 1.
well, that forces them into a 3rd and 10 passing situation.
Here is a 3rd and long situation. Kansas City drops its safeties into deeper coverage to be more prepared for the long pass. Looking for a receiver.
Well,
I'm sure glad that that guy can't catch.
yep, that was a break because that one, the defender actually, the short defender should have got a hand on that, I think.
Every now and then,
Yeah, it
That's
went
just-
right past Ben French there, but I guess it just goes to show, even though Ben French might be the best player on the team, he's still just an average player on any other.
Yep. Yeah, that was
Here's the kick. Fair catch. First and 10.
All right, it's all in your hands now. I have faith in you.
do you?
I do.
Green, 25. Red, 16.
Throwing on first down. Throwing. And the catch is made. Miller with the tackle at the 35-yard
It's a good way to start the drive.
Gains about
Yeah.
7 yards on that reception. They need about 3.
Set. Red, 58.
Looking upfield. Carry makes the play at the 37-yard line.
When they lined up like that, I was basically just trying not to lose any yards, right?
Yep.
That's what you do when you get into that situation. You just try not to lose any yards so that your 3rd down play is a fairly short yardage type of thing.
this
Yeah,
team
what
has
you
to
did was
start
perfectly,
converting on third down if they're gonna be
understandable.
successful.
Now, so long as we don't have a drop pass and the drive here,
Gets the pass off. And
Ooh,
wow.
that was a big hit.
Took a little punishment there, I think.
almost at the 2-minute mark now.
I think that was a hit stick.
Changing the play now. Number 47, the motion man.
You bet you they're going to be rolling out every dirty trick in the book to try to make us turn the ball over or drop it.
Pass play here on first down. With the pass, he hits his receiver. Through it, stops him at the 44-yard line.
All right.
First and 10.
Set. Red, 25.
He
Yellow,
sees something in the defense.
blue, 58.
Throwing on first down. Throwing. He finds his man. Jenkins makes the tackle at the 37. Jenkins shoots the pass, good pickup, about 7 yards. They have to get the ball inside
48
the
pass
34-yard
attempts.
line for a first down.
Oh,
It's just been one of those
my.
kinds of games.
Red 16. Green 25.
Again, this is just one of those don't lose yardage kind of situations,
Number 47.
right?
Yep.
And hopefully they'll just line up in something else.
1 yard gain on that play. And this is the 7th play of this drive. About 2 to go. Calling an audible.
It's been tough to complete these passes in this game, even though they're quick, eh?
Closing in.
Right? Like, really tough.
Time is working.
Well, you had to throw that one away.
Keep going to the air.
I totally understand.
A little over a minute left. Pressure coming. Rolling.
Go Coleman.
At the 31-yard line.
Yeah, well, you know what? This has been a fourth down kind of game today anyways, so.
Calling an audible now. Looks like he's changing the play.
Blue 16.
Throwing on first down. With the pass on the money. Miller takes him down at the 22-yard line. Calling an audible.
Set. Green 58. Blue
Looks like he's calling an
Oh, look
audible.
at this.
Red 74.
Yeah, they'll do that if you run hurry-up offense.
Tossing it over the middle.
Oh, well. That stops the clock.
Ball's
Yep.
incomplete. 11th
Yeah, and
play
sometimes
of the
the hurry-up offense is just more of a hindrance than a help.
Yeah.
Set. Blue.
This has been tough.
Blue 25.
Maybe we'll try this instead.
rolling out to his right. And the catch is made. Lloyd is the guy who's there.
Okay, we'll call a timeout.
Jenkins wanted some time to sort things out. They need 5 yards for a touchdown. Last trip inside the 20 resulted in a touchdown, and they need another one here to take the lead. Passing right. He hits his
Oh, yeah! They called it a touchdown.
defensive call that time, John.
They were looking for the pass, and everything developed just the way they expected.
Wow.
They just couldn't make the play.
Come on, line up. Let's get that extra point kicked.
Woodson comes in for the extra point. The kick is up. The point after is good. The home team leading in the game, but not by much. The home
Jenkins.
team are lined up for the
Jenkins catches the touchdown pass. Wow.
Maybe his catching rating will go up.
Yeah. He's going, yeah, I want to be on the team next year.
from the 6-yard line.
You got plenty of time left, and all they need is a field goal, so they don't have to abandon their game plan here.
So
What?
first and 10 here.
What are you talking about, John? Big cloud of smoke up there in the box?
Yep.
Difficult situation here, but not much else they can do but go for it. Dives and brings him down at the 33. Marshall flings that.
I
pass
think
in
you
there.
got to play the
That's great
pass on this
timing
one.
between the quarterback and the receiver on that play. The ball
I
got
agree.
into the receiver right as he was coming out of his break.
Loosening up the coverage on the outside. I don't think they have a choice. They have to go for it. Looks like he's calling an audible. Dropping back to pass on first down. Pressure, throws it, incomplete pass.
That was a little off target.
Yeah, and it uses up a little bit more
Running the
time.
ball isn't going to do a whole lot of good now.
Just keep doing what you're doing. This is your defensive style here, right? You just make them take lots of time.
Well, it's really not much of a decision here. They have to go for it.
It's second down now.
Stepping up, gets the pass over.
Oh, it hit your guy in the back.
And they have to go to the air because they need big plays fast.
I'd almost put the prevent defense out there now with 8 seconds left. I think you just want to make sure that you tackle them before they
Backing off.
get too far.
Even though it's 4th and long here, they're going to go for it.
It's 3rd and 10.
Under pressure with the pass.
He dropped it. Now it's 4th down, Al. Now you got to put the prevent defense out there
But
again.
even though it's 4th and that long
So
here,
this could be the last
Yeah.
play of the game.
oh man, no, it's 1st and 10.
Corners playing off a bit.
Yeah.
And it all comes down to this. They have to get it into the end zone or it's over. Pumps once. Looking deep to the right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And the clock runs out.
Oh, that was the last. What a comeback.
28.
That was an exhausting game.
Yeah, it was. Wow. A little bit more intense than last week's romp over Jacksonville, eh?
Yeah, well, it just goes to show too a couple of bad mistakes by your players that aren't even necessarily your fault can really hurt you, right?
Yeah, but look at what happened, though, that field goal before halftime,
Yeah.
right? That should have never happened,
No, it shouldn't have.
right?
This
They
should
called
have been
the
a tie
timeout.
game, yeah.
They were so confident that they could move down the field and score in 3 seconds that they actually, like gave up 3 points there for nothing, right?
Yep.
Wow. That was a huge mistake. But look at that. They managed to run for 167 yards. But see that? They clamped right down on the rushing yardage, but I threw for almost 400 yards, right?
Yep.
And that's why they lost this game too. Because if you play that hard against the run and you give up that much passing yardage, you're going to lose.
Well, and they
Right.
played us hard too.
Yeah, they did. They played us hard, but I think they needed to focus a little less on stopping the run and a little more on pass defense, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, wow. That was pretty tough. That being said, we were 6 for 6 on 4th down. Wow.
What's a 4th down? I don't know what that is.
Well, you know what? After a while, when you start having drop passes and stuff like that, the way that we were in this game, it's like, well, you know what? I might as well just go for it, right?
Yeah, well, you see, it's football. You just get as many downs as you want.
Yeah.
All right? That's basically how we played this game. We had to. Because you had to do everything twice.
Yeah. Well, see, he averaged 4.7 yards per carry on the running plays that he did run. And we still managed to get a couple of rushing touchdowns.
Yep, Parkman and Golston.
Yeah. So Mills, Rhodes, like the usual 2 guys that I lean on the heaviest, right?
Golston?
Yeah, Golston dropped
Jenkins?
a lot of... Yeah, Jenkins, though. Look at Golston dropped 2 passes, though. And Mills dropped 3 passes.
9 drop passes in this game.
And Marshall dropped 2 passes.
Yeah.
Right? And he's usually pretty sure-handed. And, of course, you expect Parkman to drop a pass. That was that one that I threw at him that he dropped.
Yep.
And Rhodes dropped a pass. So, yeah, 5, 7, 8, 9 drop passes in this game. Like, wow.
Rough game.
It's hard to win when your receivers drop that many passes in a game. I'd be happy if I could get away with like 4 or 5 drop passes in a game, really.
And even that would still be awful.
And especially because so many of those drop passes are on 3rd down too, right?
And oftentimes they're not covered too, right?
Yeah. Well, anyway, it looks like you didn't really have any huge standouts on defense.
Well, Edwards did a good job. I started playing a 4-3 in the second half with the line spread and the linebackers tight in order to try to crank down on their running game. And as soon as I did that, they started to go to the air.
Yeah, well, of course they're going to do that. Right? You did manage to sack him 4 times, though.
No interceptions, in spite of all the getting hit in the hands. I think a couple of these are pass deflections, but certainly some of these, like Ben French and Travis Wade, they just got hit in the hands.
Well, there you go. See, I told you, if I could score twice in the fourth quarter, and if you can stop them from scoring in the fourth quarter, we can still win this game, right?
Honestly, I was worried I couldn't, right? The 4-3 thing was like a total, just, you know, I don't even practice running that formation that way. I just decided I'd give it a try.
Yeah, that's usually your short yardage or goal line defense that you were putting out there, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And I was just running it like mainstream.
Anyway, Henry Marshall had a 71.8. He completed 37% of his passes. He was 10 of 27. Right? So
And he got sacked 4 times.
He had that one kind of phony baloney long bomb pass.
Yeah.
Right? That your defenders just kind of ignored and let that receiver go right by him.
Oh, see, if you subtract 92 yards from their passing total, though, then they only got like 60 some odd yards passing.
Yeah. That being said, Mike Penn was a nightmare on 2 legs.
I kind of expected that, though.
He was a nightmare.
He's almost like an all Madden quality running back. Like, he's phenomenal.
You know, like they did hand the ball to a couple of other guys a couple of times, but those guys weren't really a factor. Mike Penn was definitely in those 6 broken tackles. You're lucky that you held him to a 17-yard run for a long run.
Yeah, well, when it takes 2 or 3 guys to tackle him every single time, right?
Yeah, and that was definitely, that was a tough rushing attack that you were up against today.
Well, I'm just glad I brought out the 4-3.
Yeah, these guys had their fair share of drop passes too. But, I guess you kind of expect that because they aren't really great pass receivers either, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're not the high-power offense, although they scored enough to be a high-power offense.
Yeah. Well, their outside linebackers gave me grief all day, right? They would come on those blitzes, and nobody would pick them up. They were in my face.
Yep.
And, like that sack fumble for a touchdown was a result of that. Right? That was the left outside linebacker there, and that was his sack, probably. Right?
Yeah.
And then
the right end picked it up for a touchdown.
Yeah, the right end picked it up for a touchdown, but you know what? That was just a rough game on offense too. Like it was, they played very tough. That being said, though, if they'd let me run the ball a little bit more, they might have still won this game because they definitely could have controlled the clock a little more.
And they just didn't try to.
And they just didn't try to. Anyway, we managed to squeak out another close game.
Well, who's the player of the game here?
Well, let's see. It's Bo Jenkins.
Well, that's no surprise.
Yeah, threw for 383 yards and 2 touchdowns. So,
wow.
There you go.
Well, that was an unbelievably tough game.
Yeah. Gotta say, though, you kind of, it's tense, but you enjoy those games, right?
Yeah.
When you blow everybody out all the time, it gets kind of boring after a while.
True.
But it's also a lot more fun to win those close games.
I couldn't believe we came back from that. When they put 28 on the board, I thought we were done.
Yeah, so did I, actually. But I figured, you know what? I'm just going to play 4-down football, and it's either going to get way worse or we're going to come back. And as it turns out, M. Jenkins came up big for me a few times.
With his 49 catching rating?
Yeah, the guy who's like number 5 in the depth chart. Anyway, I'm Sandman99.
And I'm Rec V5. Have a good one.